Our planet is in danger. We see it in the headlines every day. Unprecedented floods that wash away topsoil and livelihoods in one devastating surge. And in the same world, we see the other extreme. Crippling droughts that turn fertile fields into barren, cracked earth. These are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a global crisis. Floods, droughts, and dying soil are destroying farms across the world. The very foundation of our food system is eroding beneath our feet. For generations, farmers have worked the land, but now the land is failing them. They face mounting debts from expensive chemical inputs that offer diminishing returns, while the soil loses its vitality. Many are asking, with a sense of desperation, is this the end of farming as we know it? But a powerful solution is rising again. Natural farming. This isn't a new invention, but a return to ancient wisdom, revitalized by modern understanding. It's a philosophy that works in harmony with nature, not against it. It sees the farm not as a factory, but as a living, breathing ecosystem. The principles are simple, yet profound. It begins with nourishing the soil, not just the plant. Instead of chemical fertilizers, farmers use Jivamrutam, a fermented microbial culture made from cow dung, urine, and other local ingredients, which breathes life back into the soil. Seeds are treated with Bijamrutam, a natural coating that protects them from disease. The soil is always kept covered with Akadana, or mulching, using crop residues or cover crops. This protects the soil from erosion, conserves moisture, and feeds the billions of microorganisms that are the true farmers of the land. The science is compelling. Healthy, living soil acts as a massive carbon sink, pulling carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and storing it safely underground, where it enhances fertility. This directly combats climate change. By eliminating nitrogen-based chemical fertilizers, we also cut down on nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas nearly 300 times more potent than CO2. Furthermore, the sponge-like structure of naturally farmed soil dramatically improves water infiltration and retention. This makes farms more resilient to both drought and floods, recharging groundwater tables and restoring the natural water cycle. And it's working. Across India, a quiet revolution is taking root. In Andhra Pradesh, millions of farmers have transitioned, turning vast landscapes green and revitalizing rural economies. In the mountains of Himachal and the plains of Maharashtra and Karnataka, farmers are reporting healthier crops, cleaner water, and a renewed sense of hope. They've broken free from the cycle of debt by slashing input costs to nearly zero. While there can be a transition period, many find their yields stabilize and even surpass their previous harvests within a few years, all while improving the quality of their produce. But what about pests? Natural farming creates a balanced ecosystem where pests are controlled by their natural predators. What about the market? A growing number of consumers are actively seeking out safe, chemical-free food, creating new premium markets for these farmers. Governments and organizations are also stepping in, offering support through training programs and exploring innovative policies like soil carbon credits, which could one day pay farmers simply for restoring the health of their land. This is more than just a method of farming. It's a roadmap for a sustainable future. It empowers farmers, restores biodiversity, and offers a tangible, scalable defense against a changing climate. So, can it really beat climate change? It's not a magic bullet, but it is a powerful, proven, and accessible tool that puts the power of regeneration back into the hands of those who feed us. It's a journey of 1,000 steps, beginning with a single conscious choice to work with nature. Let's find out how. Welcome to this video, where we uncover expert predictions and real farmer results on natural farming. Stay till the end. Your view of agriculture may change forever. Our planet is sending us a clear and urgent message. The delicate balance that has sustained life for millennia is fracturing. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is a present-day crisis unfolding in the very fields that feed us. We see it in the scorching droughts that turn fertile lands into barren dust bowls, and in the sudden, violent deluges that wash away topsoil and hope in equal measure. These extreme weather events are becoming the new, terrifying norm, creating a cycle of instability that threatens the very foundation of our global food system. For the farmer, this isn't an abstract concept discussed in global summits. It's the daily, heartbreaking reality of watching their livelihood and our collective future become increasingly precarious. The most devastating casualty in this battle is the soil itself. Every year, the world loses an astonishing 24 billion tons of fertile topsoil. This isn't just dirt, it is the living, breathing skin of our earth, a complex ecosystem teeming with life that takes centuries to form. This loss is equivalent to scraping away the entire agricultural surface of a country like India every few decades. When this living layer vanishes, so does our capacity to grow nutritious food. The soil, which should be our greatest ally in capturing carbon from the atmosphere, becomes another source of emissions as its stored carbon is released. We are quite literally losing the ground from beneath our feet. And tragically, the very methods we developed to boost production are now accelerating the crisis. Modern chemical farming, with its heavy reliance on synthetic nitrogen fertilizers, has become a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. When these chemicals are applied to the soil, a significant portion is converted by microbes into nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas nearly 300 times more potent at trapping heat than carbon dioxide. This invisible poison silently escapes into our atmosphere, disrupting the climate while simultaneously degrading the soil's natural fertility, creating a vicious dependency on yet more chemical inputs. The path forward cannot be paved with more of the same. The solution to this complex, interwoven crisis will not be found in a bag of chemicals or a more powerful machine. It lies in rediscovering a profound truth that the health of our planet is inextricably linked to the health of our soil. We need a paradigm shift, a move away from a system that fights nature to one that works in harmony with it. Farming needs a nature-based solution, one that regenerates our soil, restores biodiversity, and rebuilds the resilience of our agricultural landscapes. The answer is not in conquering nature, but in collaborating with it. Natural farming means farming without chemicals or pesticides. It uses Jivamrutam, Bijamrutam, mulching, microbes, and crop diversity. It builds living soil that regenerates naturally. Can natural farming beat climate change? Yes. It stores carbon in soil, reduces greenhouse gases, and increases water retention. Healthy soil can store 2 to 3 times more carbon than forests. Esteemed soil scientist and Nobel laureate Dr. Ratan Lal powerfully states, "Soil carbon is the currency of life." This isn't just a poetic phrase, it's a fundamental scientific truth. For millennia, a delicate balance was maintained. Plants, through photosynthesis, pulled carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and when they decomposed, this carbon was stored safely in the earth. Healthy soil became a vast, stable reservoir of carbon, teeming with microbial life that used this carbon as energy. This is the very engine of our planet's fertility and stability. However, modern industrial agriculture has broken this sacred cycle. By tilling the land excessively and dousing it with chemicals, we have released enormous quantities of this stored carbon back into the atmosphere, turning our planet's greatest carbon sink into a significant source of emissions. Rebuilding this soil carbon is not just an option, it is an urgent necessity for planetary survival. Echoing this urgency, renowned activist and scholar Dr. Vandana Shiva declares, "Natural farming restores soil and farmer freedom." This statement captures the dual crisis we face, an ecological crisis of depleted soils and a human crisis of farmer distress. Natural farming directly addresses both. It restores the soil by mimicking nature's own processes. Practices like applying Jivamrutam, a fermented microbial culture, reintroduce the essential life back into the earth, kickstarting the soil food web. Mulching and cover crops protect the soil from erosion, conserve precious moisture, and continuously add organic matter. This ecological restoration directly translates into economic liberation. By eliminating the need for costly synthetic fertilizers and toxic pesticides, farmers break free from the crippling cycle of debt that has plagued rural communities for decades. This is a restoration of dignity, a return to self-reliance, and a pathway to true sovereignty over their land and their future. The global significance of this shift is now being recognized at the highest levels. The United Nations calls natural farming essential for climate security. This is a monumental acknowledgement. International bodies now understand that our food systems and climate stability are inextricably linked. Regenerative practices like natural farming are no longer seen as a niche alternative, but as a mainstream, scalable solution to sequestering carbon, enhancing biodiversity, and building resilience against climate shocks like droughts and floods. By improving soil structure, natural farming dramatically increases water infiltration and retention, effectively recharging groundwater tables and making farms less vulnerable to erratic rainfall. This global consensus is clear. The path to a secure climate and a food-secure future lies right beneath our feet, in the living soil that we must urgently protect and restore. In Andhra Pradesh, 6 lakh farmers use natural farming with zero debt. In Himachal, farmers survived drought due to soil moisture. In Maharashtra, natural farming brought higher profits and lower costs. Some say natural farming gives low yield. Wrong. In the first 1 to 2 years, yields may dip, but later they increase 10 to 30%, while input costs drop 70-90%. Result: higher farmer income. But challenges exist: lack of training, low market support, and misinformation from fertilizer lobbies. But every revolution starts small. Experts suggest training centers, soil carbon credit payments, government price support, agroforestry, and sustainable farming with technology. Yes, natural farming can beat climate change. It heals soil. It ensures healthy food. It protects farmers and nature. This is not just farming, it is regeneration. If you believe nature is the best teacher, like this video, subscribe and share. Comment, natural farming, future ready, if you want part 2.